The movie begins in an alternate world called Earth 828, a reality where the superhero team known as the Fantastic Four protects humanity and the planet. We first see Reed Richards with his wife, Sue Storm, in their building. They receive wonderful news. After many years, Sue is finally pregnant. In the next scene, the Fantastic Four being honored at a special event. The show celebrates their journey, telling the story of how they became superheroes and how they've saved the world countless times. Originally, they weren't superheroes at all. They were astronauts. For years earlier, the group had embarked on a space mission after Reed Richards discovered evidence suggesting that beyond outer space, there were multiple worlds like Earth 828, with human life existing there as well. The others, Sue Storm, her brother Johnny Storm, and her friend Ben Grimm, joined Reed on this mission. But during the expedition, disaster struck. Their ship collided with a cosmic storm, and powerful cosmic radiation seeped into their bodies. Instead of killing them, the radiation rewrote their DNA, unlocking extraordinary powers. Reed Richards gained the ability to stretch his body to incredible lengths without injury. Sue Storm developed the power of invisibility and telekinesis, allowing her to move objects with her mind. Her brother Johnny discovered he could generate, control, and manipulate fire, using it to fly through the sky like a rocket. Ben Grimm's body was transformed into a powerful, rock-like form, granting him immense strength. Returning to Earth with these new abilities, they dedicated themselves to protecting humanity. Their heroic deeds soon earned them the title of the world's new superheroes. The show also recalls their battles against formidable enemies, such as Mole Man, who tried to destroy their world, and the Wraith Ghost, who launched an attack with his army, only to be defeated by the Fantastic Four. It's also revealed that Reed Richards is the most intelligent man alive, credited with the discovery of the multiverse itself. Their importance is so great that even the United Nations not only invites them to meetings, but respects their counsel. During this, it's hinted that Dr. Doom rules his own country within Earth 828, foreshadowing a future threat. After the celebration, the Fantastic Four return home. Reed Richards shares the joyful news with his teammates that he and Sue are expecting a child. Johnny Storm, thrilled by the announcement, spends a whole night partying in excitement. The next morning, we see Reed once again absorbed in his research, this time working on the concept of teleportation. Reed Richards was working on a groundbreaking project, teleportation. His goal was to move an object or even a person from one place to another instantly, without any physical travel. His research was nearly complete, and it was finally time to test it. Johnny Storm offered help, and together they attempted their first trial by teleporting a simple egg. The test wasn't meant to cover a long distance, just from one table to another in the same room. But the moment they initiated the teleportation process, the entire building's power went out. The egg did teleport successfully, but they quickly realized that the technology required an enormous amount of energy and electricity. Months passed peacefully. The world was calm, and the Fantastic Four were living comfortably at home. But one night, strange and terrifying lights appeared in the sky, sparking fear across the world. Even the Fantastic Four rushed down from their building to witness what was descending from above. Finally, the figure landed, and it turned out to be the Silver Surfer. The Surfer approached the team and asked, "Are you the protectors of this world?" Sue Storm answered, "Yes." But she was confused. She had never seen this being before. The visitor then introduced herself as the Silver Surfer and revealed her purpose. "I bring a message from Galactus. The time of your world is nearly over. In just a few days, Galactus will arrive and consume your entire planet. I came here to warn Earth 828 and its people. You have little time left. Spend it with your loved ones. Do whatever you must, because soon everything will end." With that chilling message, the Silver Surfer flew away. Shocked, Johnny Storm, better known as a Human Torch, ignited himself and blasted into the sky after her. He managed to catch onto her surfboard in space, but the surfer spoke something to him in an unknown language and then vanished quickly, leaving Johnny no choice but to return to Earth. Back home, the Fantastic Four gathered to discuss her warning. Ben Grimm was skeptical. "I don't buy it," he said. "How can any being swallow an entire planet? That doesn't make sense." His doubt gave the team a moment of relief, but Reed Richards wasn't convinced. "I believe her," Reed said firmly. "I've been studying space for a long time, and I've noticed something alarming. 5 planets I've been tracking have vanished. They weren't just displaced, they were destroyed. And at each site, I found traces of the Silver Surfer's energy signature. That was proof enough." Reed explained that Galactus was real, and he was consuming entire worlds. Now, Earth was next. The team faced a horrifying truth. Their planet was on the verge of destruction. The only way to stop this, Reed said gravely, is to confront Galactus before he reaches Earth. If he gets here first, no one will be able to stop him. Reed continued his research and soon identified another planet bearing the Surfer's energy mark. He realized that Galactus and the Surfer were there now, and that planet was about to be destroyed. Reed then turned to Johnny. What exactly did the Surfer tell you in space? Johnny admitted. She said something in another language. I couldn't understand it. With no time to waste, the Fantastic Four made a public announcement. They would face Galactus to protect their world. Boarding their spaceship, they set their course, using a wormhole to travel at the speed of light. Their destination, the doomed planet where the Silver Surfer waited. When the Fantastic Four arrive on the distant planet, they witness a horrifying sight. The entire world is slowly being destroyed. There is no doubt that Galactus is behind it. Looming before them is a massive machine, Galactus's energy converter. This monstrous device drains the life force of planets, consumes their energy, and transfers it directly to Galactus, feeding his endless hunger. As the Fantastic Four approach the machine, a beam of light bursts within, scanning their spaceship. But shockingly, the light also locks onto Sue Storm's unborn child, sensing something extraordinary within the baby. Before they can process what's happening, the Silver Surfer appears once again, informing them that Galactus wishes to meet them. They follow the Surfer and are soon overwhelmed by the sheer scale of Galactus, an entity unlike anything they've ever seen. When Galactus finally speaks, his booming voice echoes across the chamber. Billions of years ago, I was like you, he says. He explains that he was once a researcher, exploring the far reaches of space, until a cosmic accident transformed him. From that moment on, he was cursed with an eternal hunger that could only be satisfied by consuming entire worlds. Then he turns to the Fantastic Four. Why have you come here? He demands. Reed Richards explains that they know Earth is next in line for destruction, and that they have come to protect it. But Galactus only shakes his head. You cannot stop me. None of you possess the power to challenge me. But his eyes fall on Sue's unborn child. Your son does. That child is not like you. He will be powerful, hungrier even than I am. One day, he could claim my throne. And your daughter, Galactus continues darkly. She carries within her the power to end my hunger forever, to release me from this curse. Then comes his offer. I will spare your world, but in return, you must give me your child. The four are stunned. Reed and Sue refuse instantly. No parent can hand over their child, no matter the cost. Galactus grows furious at their defiance. With a wave of his hand, he uses his power to pull Sue toward him, intent on taking the child by force. Johnny Storm reacts instantly, igniting into the Human Torch and launching himself like a streak of fire to save his sister. A fierce battle erupts, with the Silver Surfer also entering the fight. Johnny clashes with the Surfer in an intense struggle, buying his team precious time. Meanwhile, Ben Grimm and Reed Richards rush Sue back to their ship. At last, Johnny manages to hold the Surfer off long enough to escape and rockets back to their ship. The Fantastic Four flee at the speed of light, racing back toward their world. But the danger isn't over. Behind them, the Silver Surfer pursues, his board slicing through space at light speed. Reed quickly realizes that the Surfer won't stop chasing them. The only chance to escape is to trap him in a nearby black hole. Ben, Reed commands, take us closer to the black hole. We'll end this here. Ben Grimm pilots their spaceship close to a newly formed black hole, with the Silver Surfer still in hot pursuit. At the critical moment, Reed Richards maneuvers the ship upward, and the black hole's immense pull drags the Silver Surfer into its depths. Trapped inside, the Surfer is lost in the void. Reed reassures his team. It'll take at least a month for the Surfer to escape. That means our planet is safe. For now, we have 1 month to prepare. During their return journey, Sue Storm experiences severe pain, and soon she gives birth to a son. They name him Franklin Richards. The team finally lands back on Earth, where the media immediately swarms them. Reporters bombard them with questions, celebrating them as the heroes who defeated Galactus. But the truth was different. Reed Richards steps forward and admits, we didn't defeat Galactus. He offered us a deal, our child in exchange for sparing Earth. We refused. The revelation shocks the world. People turn against them, furious that Reed and Sue chose their child over billions of lives. Crowds accuse them of selfishness, shouting, you should have given him the baby. One child for the whole planet. Protests erupt. Effigies of the Fantastic Four, are burned in the streets. Their reputation collapses overnight. A month passes. The Silver Surfer escapes the black hole and returns to Galactus, confessing her failure. Galactus is unmoved. Then return to Earth, he commands. This time, I don't want the planet. I want the child. That child's power can free me from my hunger. Together, they set their course for Earth, 828. Meanwhile, Reed received the grim news. Galactus is approaching. He knows they have only days left. Across the world, hatred toward the Fantastic Four intensifies. Outside their building, massive protests erupt. People chant for them to give Franklin to Galactus, claiming that their selfishness is dooming the planet. Finally, Sue Storm steps outside with her infant son in her arms. Exhausted but defiant, she addresses the crowd. This is my son. He's my family. How could I give him away? She says firmly. But don't forget, just as this child is my family, all of you are my family too. I will not let my family, any of you, be harmed. The Fantastic Four will protect our world, and we will protect our child. Together, we will defeat Galactus. Her words silence the crowd. For the first time, hope stirs again. We'll fight this battle together as a family. Sue's powerful words reignite the world's faith in the Fantastic Four. The anger against them begins to fade, replaced with hope. But even as the people rally, Reed Richards continues searching for a real solution. He recalls his earlier teleportation experiment with the egg. The technology had worked, meaning teleportation was possible. Suddenly, an idea strikes him. What if he could teleport the entire planet? If Earth itself could be shifted into another universe, Galactus would never find it. The planet would be safe. The team agrees with Reed's bold plan, but the challenge is immense. If teleporting a single egg drained the energy of an entire building, teleporting a whole planet would require unimaginable power. Reed explains that massive bridges would need to be built across the globe. These bridges would act as conduits, channeling energy together to complete the planetary-scale teleportation. At a press conference the next day, Reed reveals his plan to the world. He explains his teleportation technology and how Earth could be saved by shifting into another universe. To everyone's surprise, the nations of Earth agree to unite. Countries across the globe begin building the energy bridges, working side by side to make Reed's vision possible. Days later, everything is ready. On Reed's signal, the bridges activate. Energy surges across the world. But then disaster. One by one, the bridges begin collapsing. Reed frantically analyzes the system, only to discover the cause. The Silver Surfer's returned. She is systematically destroying the bridges, determined to stop their escape. Soon, only one bridge remains, the one directly behind the Fantastic Four's headquarters. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, soars into the sky to defend it. He confronts the Silver Surfer midair, blasting recordings through a communicator. The strange sounds halt the surfer in her tracks. These voices, Johnny says, do you recognize them? They're from your people, your homeworld. Your real name is Shalabal, isn't it? He reveals what he's learned. Galactus once came for her planet. To save it, she struck a deal, becoming his herald in exchange for her world's safety. Galactus granted her cosmic powers, and in return, she scouted new planets for him to devour. By saving her home, she sacrificed countless others. Johnny plays more recordings. Voices not her people, but of those whose world were destroyed by Galactus with her help. Cries of fear, anguish, desperation. Listen, Johnny tells her. This is the pain you caused. You saved your family, but at the cost of your humanity. And now you want to do the same to ours. But this is our home, and I won't let you destroy it. Shalabal is shaken. For the first time, doubt pierces her loyalty. Sadness overwhelms her as she realizes the truth in Johnny's words. You're right, she admits. Everything I've done has been wrong. But Galactus is already coming. When he arrives, he will consume your planet and take your sister's son. I cannot stop him. Even with my power, I am not strong enough. But you may still have a chance. If you can't save the world, at least take your family and escape while you can. With that warning, Johnny races back to their building. Inside, Reed is already drowning in desperate calls from across the globe. People demand answers. When will the world teleport? Why hasn't it worked? What do we do now? Reed steadies himself, then addresses the world leaders in a conference call. The plan has changed, he declares. We are not going to teleport Earth. We're going to teleport Galactus. The announcement shocks everyone. Reed explains. The bridges are destroyed. Without them, we can't move the planet. But one bridge remains, and through that bridge, we can pull Galactus himself into another universe. That is the only way. Skepticism fills the air. Why would Galactus walk into the bridge? Someone demands. Reed's answer is grim. We'll make him come. We'll use my son as bait. Reed explains the final plan. He will take his son to the teleportation bridge, and as soon as Galactus arrives to claim the boy, he will activate the bridge and teleport Galactus into another universe. That way, the cosmic giant will be gone forever, and their world will finally be safe. The Fantastic Four agree to Reed's plan, but they know the risks. To make this work, the entire city must be evacuated because the energy needed to teleport Galactus will cause catastrophic destruction in the area. Protecting civilians comes first. So Sue works with a man named Mole Man, who provides access to a massive underground facility where the people of the city are safely sheltered. With that, the stage is set. The next morning, Galactus descends upon Earth, 828, as expected. He comes for Reed's son and finds him standing on the teleportation bridge. The moment Galactus moves closer, the Fantastic Four launch their attack to buy time. In the chaos, Reed swaps his real child with a decoy doll, waiting for Galactus to step onto the bridge. But Galactus is far from foolish. He scanned the area and quickly realizes a deception. The child isn't on the bridge at all. He's inside the Fantastic Four's headquarters. Wasting no time, Galactus heads straight for the building, brushing aside every attack from the team as if they were nothing. He smashes through the structure, seizes Franklin in his hand, and prepares to leave. Seeing her son in Galactus' grip, Sue's storm erupts with fury. Summoning every ounce of her power, she forces Galactus toward the teleportation bridge. At that moment, Reed activates the teleportation device, stretches his body, and snatches Franklin safely away from Galactus. A swirling portal opens, pulling the cosmic giant inside. The bridge holds for 37 seconds. Just as Galactus begins forcing his way back out, panic surges through the team. They don't have enough power left to contain him. And then Silver Surfer appears. With all the strength he can muster, he hurls himself at Galactus, shoving him deep into the portal. Both of them vanish into the void as the portal snaps shut. Earth is safe, but the Surfer is gone forever. The world rejoices, but their victory comes at a devastating cost. Sue lies unconscious, her body drained from channeling everything she had to restrain Galactus. The team rushes to her side, only to realize with heartbreak that she has died. Franklin begins to cry over his mother's still form. In a moment of pure emotion, Reed places the boy on Sue's chest for a final goodbye. Then, something miraculous happens. A surge of light bursts from the child, his hidden powers awakening. Sue gasps for air and comes back to life. The Fantastic Four is stunned, realizing at last why Galactus wanted Franklin. His powers are extraordinary, unlike anything they've ever seen. Peace finally returns, and the family settles back into a normal life. The movie closes, but not without one final tease. Mid-credit scene. Years later, Sue sits with Franklin, reading a book together. She gets up to fetch another when, to her shock, she sees someone sitting beside her son. A shadowy man in a long, flowing cloak. His face isn't revealed, but his attire leaves no doubt. Dr. Doom has returned. The screen cuts to black, leaving the audience with a chilling mystery.